are back. I'm so happy to see you again. How are you?
So
Fine.
good.
Good. And today's topic is great. I love it. So, we are going to talk about manifestation today,
Uh-huh.
which I think can, for our community, can be like a little whatever. Not all people are into it because lots of people might think it's like
Woo-woo stuff.
crazy. Only crazy people manifest things. I think we are like on the same page that we like it. Like at least we are on the same page there. But let's find out what manifestation means. So, what does manifestation mean for you, Ankita?
I think for me, when you said we like it, I was a little triggered because for me, the process is recognizing the fact that you're always manifesting
Yeah.
and I want to control that. I don't know if I like it or not.
Okay.
I'm a little neutral about it because I don't like the hype around it. I don't like how it creates there's this incessant need that it creates
Mm-hmm.
that I can manifest
Mm-hmm.
this and that. I don't like that. But I recognize that I need to take accountability and ownership of my life. And I am, this is my world, my universe, my manifestation. Even if it's not, I don't care. I want to act like it is and I will own it in that way. So for me, the story doesn't really matter. What matters is what it means to me.
Mm-hmm.
And what it matters is what it does to me. It's very internal to me. I don't really care how others think about it or whatnot. And this, oh God, it's so confusing. Oh my God, it's so confusing. It's so confusing when you try to understand manifestation in the world around. But for
Yeah.
me, it keeps changing what that word means, what that brings out in me. But what I recognize and doesn't change is the fact that even if it is all fate, and even if it is all just a story that's playing out, and even if it is that's the case, for me to be able to live in this life that I am in right now, I need to take ownership, I need to take
Mm-hmm.
accountability, and I recognize that I'm going to manifest, I'm going to be an active person who's doing it, and I'll do it my way. So that's mine. What is yours, Than?
Yeah, I agree with you with not liking the hype about it, or
Mm-hmm.
not liking the way it is sold.
Yeah.
Like those manifest XYZ in 15 seconds. I mean, hello. But I mean, as a scientist and a spiritual person, at the same time, there is clearly a spiritual part about it. Yeah, because
Yeah.
there is a part about trusting, detaching, and letting go, and really trusting that it comes to you. But it's clearly science before. Yeah, it's clearly neuroscience, and you can have a clear strategy about it. So it's really about programming your mind
Mm-hmm.
and being conscious and being aware of what you're thinking. And as one of a really a famous colleague, a neurosurgeon, actually wrote a book, and he said in an interview, he said you can manifest almost anything,
Yeah.
and actually, it's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah.
It's
It's true.
about your mindset. So, from a science point of view, it's nothing to wonder about. You can do it. You just have to learn how to do it.
For me, it's like I also don't like as you said, Tan, how it's being sold. It's very often it's being sold like you sit on your sofa, watch Netflix
Hmm.
the whole day long, and everything comes to you. The love of your life will knock on your door, and you will be a millionaire and stuff like this and everything. I think this is the wrong way to go about it. Yeah, because it's really a mindset thing for me too. It's
Hmm.
about our thoughts. It's about what we think all day long, and we don't realize what we think all day long because we have so many thoughts. So it's becoming like aware of your thoughts. That's a huge thing. And but also what Ankita said, it's we are creating our lives. So we are manifesting our lives, we are creating our lives, however you want to put it. It's we are responsible for our life. It's like the thing, like life happens to me, or like or I do it. Like that's a huge difference, because sitting on the sofa watching Netflix and complaining about how bad everything is and how poor I am and whatever is not going to change anything. And
Yeah.
that's the reason for it, because when you think of this all day long, then you are manifesting it in your life over and over and over and over again.
Yeah.
But I also truly believe like that it's possible to manifest anything and everything into your life. It's definitely possible, but it is there are our mindset is like it's about our upbringing. So what did we learn as children, what did we learn at school, where are our limiting beliefs and whatever, and then you need to discover this and you need to reprogram it to make it possible.
So true.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, there's
So true.
scientific proof, yeah, about this.
Yeah.
That's really neuroplasticity. You have proof that we can like experience with our senses. It's not just about believing it. You can really show it when you look into the brain. So it
Mhm.
works.
Yeah.
Yeah, because when you reprogram your mind, you get the information that you
Yeah.
need to act on a way to the manifestation you want to have. And it's so bad. That's the point, right? It is work.
Yeah.
You have to work on it. You
Yeah.
have to
Oh,
practice
yeah.
and you have to work on it.
And you have to take the right action, the required aligned action, which is in all probability overcoming that limiting belief. That action that you're not taking, like I want to be a motivational speaker, but I am really bad at speaking in front of people,
Yeah.
then I have to take that class. I have to do something. Like,
Yeah.
you have to do something about it. Like, God will give you that opportunity, or that opportunity presents itself. What are you going to do? Show up and fail and be like, oh no, it was not meant for me.
Yeah, yeah, you have to get the skills, right? If you want to become a doctor, you
Exactly.
have to study medicine at some point.
That's a
Yeah,
given.
and you have to grab the opportunities as well. It's not like so it takes courage. Yeah, it takes
So
courage
true.
to do it. It's not like sitting there and someone telling you, yeah, you have a great, won't you come and speak at my whatever event? And you are like, no, 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 I don't want to because I'm not prepared yet. You have to do it on some point, and you like have to take the risk and be
Exactly.
brave. And without this, it's not going to happen. And it's sold differently. Very often, it's sold differently, especially on
Yeah.
social media. Really like making it feel like you just have to sit around and do a meditation or
Or sleep.
yeah, these subliminals or how they are calling them, and I'm like
Just sleep.
sleeping, and then the morning it will be here. Like, how should it work?
Yeah, this is always the part where I kind of get frustrated because then people get the impression it's not working when it's not working then.
Yeah,
It works when you put in the right work, right?
Yeah, the whole element. So I'm not denying the fact that subliminals work at some level.
yeah,
They work.
I'm with you. Yeah,
Yeah,
Like,
at some level.
you say nice things to yourself, you feel
yeah,
better. At some level,
You have
it
to
yeah,
do
works.
this.
The
You
definitely.
have to do
bit
this for
that
the
everybody
reprogramming.
misses beyond that is action.
Yeah,
Yeah. I
Do
mean, you
something
have to do
towards
this
it.
one. The telling the positive self-talk and when the affirmations, you have to do this in a correct way to do the reprogramming, yeah, to
Exactly. If
overcome
you
the
don't really believe those
limiting
affirmations beyond a certain point,
yeah,
they're not going to
yeah.
work for you at
beliefs.
all.
And there is doubt which will always creep in, because if I'm for example, if I want to manifest a lottery win or stuff like this, where I don't need special skills and I don't need to work
Yeah.
for it, it's just like,
Mhm.
yeah, winning the lottery. But then I need to be 100% sure that I am going to win. And like, who is really sure 100% that you are like winning? Because there is always something, oh, what if I don't win? Maybe I don't win. Maybe not this time. Maybe whatever. And this is like, and then you are like off again. Yeah, so you need to like
Yeah,
get back, and you there is also action, and you need to put in the work, if not like learning skills, but then it's about your
Buy the
thoughts and your
lottery
mindset.
ticket.
Yeah, yeah, this in addition. Yeah,
But I researched something around manifestation a while back, and it was talking about the fact that basically, if you're in the vibration 70% of the time, it will take actualization. So, in the spirituality, basically, your thoughts and actions are much faster energies, and
yeah,
because the
yeah,
material action is much
yeah,
denser, it is catching up, it is taking time to come through. So, if you intensify your thoughts and action towards something in a 70% time of your state, it will manifest. So, if
yeah,
you're thinking more about those doubts,
yeah,
that will manifest.
yeah,
It
hmm
will manifest, but then again, are you taking that doubt, like the action there is also needed. Like, are you accepting
Yeah,
that doubt or are
yeah,
you not
yeah,
Yeah.
accepting that doubt? It's not just the positive things or opportunities, it's also the negative things. Like, are you taking it or not? Like, okay, that person is being rude to you, what, you still have a choice on what to do with that thing. Like, are you going to take it, are you going to respond, are you going to ignore, what is for
yeah,
you?
yeah,
Yeah, yeah, it's your decision.
It is still your decision. I love how all of these things, especially when you were talking about neuroplasticity, right, Than, that gives me so much confidence because it just tells you that it just takes away that helplessness energy that you often feel about these things, that you can do things, you can
You
improve things, you can
can,
bring.
yeah.
yeah.
There's proof. Like, if you don't believe in woo woo, just believe your brain.
It's
When you
also
don't believe in the woo woo, you can open up the brain and see it works.
yeah,
Yeah,
and
you
also I
can
think
see
you
how
can.
the neurons are connecting when you just visualize something often enough.
Yeah, and I think you can also like measure the size of the hippocampus,
Yeah,
the
Hmm.
part of the brain which is transmitting all these brain waves.
yeah,
And the bigger your hippocampus is, the faster or the easier manifesting is for you, because you are like broadcasting on those brain waves, on those theta brain waves, I think, which you like helps you get results much faster.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but there's so much like scientific proof by now. Yeah, but you just have to do the practices, and that's the point still,
Yeah,
right? You have to do your meditations. You have to look at your mental, yeah,
yeah,
whatever
yeah.
beliefs you have.
Yeah,
You
your
have to look at it,
subconscious
and you
things
have to
that you
work
are
with
aware.
it.
Yeah.
And something, and it's a process, right? You cannot
It's
just do
so.
something and think, okay, now I got there, then it's enough. You have to continue the process. You have to keep going.
I also love the word that Martina used, right? Like, if that doesn't work, so if meditation in the weird soul doesn't work for you, okay, forget that. If what Than is saying doesn't work for you, okay, forget that. Move to mindset, like as
Yeah,
Martina is saying.
yeah,
Look at mindset for manifestation and just like find what works for you and use it
yeah.
Hmm.
in that kind of way. It's so packaged in just one kind of way, right? And it's all about the process, just like anything else. So what is your process, girls? What is your process, Martina, with manifestation?
Yeah, I'm like really observing my thoughts, really, because I think it's totally necessary. And yeah, it's like also like when also in conversations, for example, when someone tells you something like I don't have the money for this, then I'm like, no, no, no. Wrong. It's like it's okay for them, of course, but it's like not like maybe in former times I would have agreed, or I have agreed, yeah, yeah, like it's very expensive to do whatever, and but I don't do this anymore on purpose because
How
it's
do
not
you
helpful.
reframe it?
I can afford everything I want. So I'm worthy of having everything I want. I think that's even the better the thing.
Okay.
It's not always the same, because I'm like not the I'm not an affirmations type of person. So I sometimes use them, or I have used them in the past, because like when you start this process and like they all tell you you need to do affirmations and affirmations and affirmations. But I sometimes do it when I feel like it's necessary or it helps me, but I'm not like the type of person who gets up in the morning and does 10 minutes or 15 minutes affirmations, and then like I do the whole
Hmm.
day whatever I not
Hmm.
care. Yeah. So I care about my mindset all day long, and then that's more my way of going about it. And then like detecting limiting beliefs or blocks I still have, yeah, which come up also when you like watch something on TV or stuff like this. It's like something triggers you sometimes, yeah. And I'm I'm also doing some visualizations sometimes if I feel like it. And I meditate twice a day. So this
Nice.
is really, and it really helps me, not only for manifestation, also for staying calm and being in the right mindset for life. Yeah. What else do I do? I sometimes love watching interviews or listening to this kind of motivational speeches. Not always, but sometimes I really feel it hypes me up. It's like it helps me. And what I also really love to do is listening to podcasts or audiobooks.
Mm.
So it's not really about manifestation, but it's about thinking big, for example. Or I like at the moment I'm listening to Rich Dad Poor Dad from Robert Kiyosaki, because I think, like I've mentioned it before, maybe audiobooks are like better for me. I can do something else because reading is just reading.
Like
Um,
efficient time.
Very efficient. Yeah, and I love doing it while driving the car or
We
stuff
have
like
a
that.
doer here.
Yeah, so this is like I like doing things that help me stay in the right mindset, because I'm also
Mm.
surrounded by people who think that life is not fair, and everything is bad and everything is so expensive, and how they can afford stuff and things like this. But I'm like trying to not get into it. Like in former times I did like get into it, it was normal, but I don't do it anymore. And then trying to have my mindset as often as possible, as much as possible, on a different like
So do you immediately reframe it when it comes to you? Like
yeah,
that
yeah,
seemingly negative thing. So you
yeah,
immediately take
yeah,
charge
yeah,
as it enters your
yeah,
mind. Nice.
yeah,
I like it. Love it.
yeah, whenever I detect it, I immediately do it. Yeah,
Nice.
that's one thing I do.
Oh, cool.
So cool, right?
Yeah, but
Yeah,
it's a
you need the
process.
awareness, right?
Yeah, you really need to be aware. And
Yeah.
it's and I'm used to it now. At the beginning it was like again, again, because it's like it happened so often, because
That's it.
I was not raised in a very wealthy and whatever rich family. So you have a different mindset
Mhm.
when you are born in a
Oh
different
yeah.
family, a
Oh
totally
yeah.
Yeah,
different
yeah,
mindset. And yeah, but it's now it's and I like doing it, and now I'm like, there is something. It's like it's like a game. It's like fun. Yeah, it's
Let's play
yeah,
with you.
the
yeah.
two parts
But
going.
it really helps. So I'm much more positive and much more believing myself. Also, it's not
Yeah.
only about manifesting money or stuff like this, but it's also about like being able to to impact lots of people, for example, to really add value to this world and stuff like this. It changes. So like at the beginning I was like, "Oh, I don't know," because it's huge, like dreams sometimes are really really huge. And now I'm like more like I realize it for myself. I believe it. I know it's possible, and I know it's going to happen. When the time is right, it is going to happen, and I'm sure about it.
This is so good, and I love that you've reached this state. But I'm very curious to know. You mentioned in between, right? Like, oh, it is the in between process that you had.
Mm.
At that time, did you just do it sheerly by willpower, or were you using other tools as well to reframe it at that time? Because the reason I'm asking is because that's where most people get stuck.
Yeah.
For me personally, in that moment, I'll be like, I don't know what's the opposite of this or what it can be. I don't even know how to make this better. What can it be
Yeah.
instead of this? So that's why I'm curious.
Yeah, I understand. And I like sometimes, we all sometimes are in a situation which seems really bad, really bad. Uh, Whatever, I think I've mentioned it before, whatever helps me is doing sports. And I
Hmm.
also use this for this, because I can tell you, I don't do it at the moment, but I did it like months while I was doing my swim training, where you like do laps, like 400 meters, whatever, and then the next 500 meters and stuff like this. I was doing affirmations while I was swimming the whole time.
Yeah.
The whole time I was like in my head, I was uh, because I like it's the efficient
Love
me. I
it.
have time. Yeah, I don't need to focus on something else, because
Yeah.
I'm as good at swimming that I don't need to focus on the technique.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I used this time, which was really really helpful. So sometimes I went into the pool with really, oh God, I don't know if I can do it. How can I get out of this situation? And when I left, it was like, yeah, it's okay now. It was not like, yeah, I can do it, and I'm like, but it's
I'm
okay
okay.
now. It's
But it's
going
okay.
to be
Mhm.
possible. It's okay now. And when I go
God, I
running,
love
for
this.
example, it's like I get lots of ideas. So intuition kicks in, and I'm like visualizing while I'm running. So like I can visualize with open eyes too. I don't need to close my eyes. And really, it's like, the endorphins get high when you do sports. Then I only run in the forest, really in the middle of the forest, the nature, and this really like powers me up. Really, it's really really helpful for me.
So cool.
And in addition, when like but also if you're not like the type of person who loves to do sport as I do, or I need the sport to reduce the energy level to be able to sleep, it's like then I really then listen to some interviews or motivational speeches from certain people, which I know like it's getting my mind off my problems. Sometimes it really helps to get your mind off the things you
Basically,
are dealing
you're
with.
breaking that thought
Yeah,
pattern
yeah,
in the moment.
yeah.
Till you know what to do about it, you're not letting it take over.
Yeah, yeah, and said, and now I like when when you start thinking of it over and over and over again, and it's nothing really helps to get
Yeah.
to break this pattern. Then listening to something, or also listening to music, I think is really helpful. Or dancing when people love to dance or something. It's really, I think it's really about doing something you really enjoy, and don't care about it. Like ignore it, like ignore it, because it's not. Then at least you start manifesting it over and over again,
I
because when
love
you
it.
break it, then it's like it's different. It really changes things for me. Yeah, and I think for lots of other people too, but you have to do it. It's like it's not I do it once. People like think, oh, I do it once and then I know. No, you do it over and over and over again.
Yeah. No,
Yeah,
I'm
the
very
Martina has a structure here.
Yeah, I'm like solution focused. So
Yeah.
and once I understood that I really create my whole life,
yeah.
and that I am responsible why I'm in several situations over and over again, or in similar situations again, and that it's my responsibility to feel good and to change something. Once you understand this,
I have to say this, Martina. This is like, it's so beautiful that you do this. And I personally have used this that you have for myself, because you remember when you and I were sitting together at that beautiful, lovely place that I love eating, and we were just going through the videos I could make and titles, and you
yeah,
just
yeah,
helped me make decisions immediately. Like, it might not feel like, no, but it was so helpful. I needed that. Like, it might not feel like it is manifestation, but it is, because I went through the same thing before, but I had blocks. So what am I doing here? I'm changing that pattern. I'm taking somebody's help there
yeah,
to make it happen.
yeah,
So it's literally, we literally went through that, and like, you can do this, you can do this. No, you're not there yet. You can do this, you can do this, which is fair, and which is, and you are allowed to say that to me, which is why I'm reaching out to you, right?
yeah,
And
yeah.
that really helps me. So yeah, I love that.
Yeah, that's. I think that's what we sometimes need other people
We
to
do.
help us.
So
Yes,
much.
and it does
Yeah.
not make sense to think about things over and over and over and over again. It
Yeah.
sometimes really does not make sense, because you
Yeah.
cannot change a situation. Yeah, also when you are afraid of something which might happen in the future and stuff, it's like you have a speech to do or a presentation to give or whatever. If you are afraid of it, it does not make sense. My way is prepare for it as much as you can, and then
Yeah.
don't think about it anymore. Like do something different. Yeah, the best, one of the very best ways is to play with kids, to be with children,
Oh
because
yeah.
they take your mind off of everything, because they are like they always want something and stuff, and it's so I think everyone has to find a way, and there is a way for everyone. I don't say that my way is the best way for me, yeah, because I've tried several things and it works perfectly for me, but I think there is a way for everyone. You just have to realize what's best for you. Try what you feel is fun for you, and if it works, great, stick to it. If it doesn't, look for something else. No one cares. So like
Absolutely.
my when someone is in the car with me, they are like, especially my mom or stuff like this, and it's got the English podcast or audiobook comes on, she's like,
I love it. And you know what, you talked about running and doing affirmations while you're walking, while you're swimming. I used to do that when I used to walk a lot, and that changed my life a little
yeah,
bit. Well, more than a little bit. And I often feel running is the best meditation. It
yeah,
literally is such a, I think, I'm sure Than can add more about it. It's that state you reach, right? Like the
Yeah.
mindlessness state,
yeah.
which really allows you to do
Mm,
that.
mm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the science. This is a point for science here, because when
That's
you're
great.
running, you're just having this well, you're just doing this movement,
Yeah,
right?
a simple
And the
movement.
running itself is
Yeah.
already like releasing certain neurotransmitters and hormones. Yeah,
Mhm.
just for like the endorphins that are
Yeah,
coming up.
yeah, yeah,
And then you can just, it's like a meditative state.
yeah,
Yeah.
It's just really, I don't like running. That's why I'm always
yeah,
like,
yeah,
yeah, yeah. People who it
Oh,
works, but it works for people who run.
yeah,
Yeah, it
yeah,
totally does. Because I admit I did my affirmations when I was just sitting in public transportation, for example. I just
yeah.
closed
Why
my
not?
eyes.
Why
Yeah,
not?
but I mean, you have to sit there anyway.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, and then I just sit there, close my eyes, and then I just go through my affirmations.
yeah,
that's nice. Love it.
And I use the affirmations actually to see if I really reframe the belief.
ah,
Because if
yeah,
there's an affirmations, I get kind of stuck on like, oh, I don't really feel this. Then I know, aha, there's some limiting belief
yeah.
behind this
That's true.
affirmation. So there is
Yeah,
still a point where you need to reprogram. Yeah. So I more use them to detect
yeah.
the
But
limiting
that's a
belief.
great way. If you like
Yeah.
cannot believe the affirmations or cannot feel it, or it feels strange for you, then you know. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
true.
then you just know there's something to
Mhm.
work on. So I more use it this way. And yeah, I mean, the hardest part is actually always this when you're not feeling so good, right? When
Yeah,
you're in
it's
negative
not
emotions
always.
and don't know how to get
Yeah,
out of it.
yeah,
But then I'm always like, just get back to willingness. There, just really go through the David Hawkins scale of emotions and
okay.
frequency for like just getting willingness is already better than anger or fear or shame, right?
Yeah,
Just get back to willingness and acceptance at least, because this you can do, right? You can like find enough reason to know, okay, this is about your emotions right
yeah.
now and the situation that you cannot change. So at least get into willingness and acceptance
Mhm.
and do something that's bringing you more joy.
Yeah,
And then we will see later. Yeah. But don't keep your mind stuck on the situation when you're in the negative emotion.
I actually also feel like it's really good to even get too angry because it's better than not doing anything. At
yeah,
least you're
Yeah.
angry
yeah,
about
yeah,
something
Yeah.
and
And
that
that's
gives you
already
the
better than
charge.
shame or fear.
yeah,
At
yeah,
least being angry, you're already in higher vibration.
yeah. Of course.
Exactly. Like if you're angry about something, then you're better off than apathetic. So
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's better than being frustrated, grieving. Being angry is already
Mm, yeah.
I
rising.
think we definitely need a part two on this one. We need
Yeah,
to
we
talk
Yeah.
need
so
Yeah.
much
Yeah.
more about this. Like, I was just about to start talking about feelings, but guys, we'll carry on this one on the next one. You should definitely tune in because this is so fascinating and we have so much more to talk about it. We are just getting started for
yeah, we
sure.
do. But it's just the manifestation topic is just way too big to cover
Big.
it
Yeah.
in one
It's
episode.
huge. It's
And I
huge.
think this is really beneficial for everyone because we're talking about those practical problems
Yeah.
that come up and what
Yeah.
are the solutions or ways and experience and options that are available to do it. So,
Yeah, and you have the spiritual way of thinking about
Mm,
it or viewing it, then the science way, then what kind of practices can you use from a spiritual point of view, from a
yeah.
scientific point of view, and everything.
Okay, let's keep
So,
this
yeah,
going. This is
yeah.
for now. Goodbye from Ankita.
And Tan,
and Martina.
And we are three girls.
one mic. Oh.
Do I have to say it, girls? Do I have to say it?
The banana ice cream is being manifested.
Yeah, we're going to manifest it. Yeah. We
Talk to
will.
you guys
We
soon.
will. See you guys
Bye for
soon. Have a
now.
great time. Bye.
Bye.